Nehawu members outside the Thelle Mogoerane Hospital in Vosloorus are mulling their next move as they wait for the national office bearers to give them an indication following that court judgment coming out of the Labour Court. I'm going to bring into the conversation now one of the leaders here down on the ground outside Thelle Mogoerane, who'll just let us in, Thelle Mogoerane, who joins us this afternoon to give us an update. We're seeing that you're waiting for that message to come through from the national office bearers following that revelation coming in the judgment coming out of the Labour Court. Welcome to the SABC.
Thank you. Actually, we're very disappointed by what the government has done. However, our national legal desk are having a meeting to respond or to give us a direction with regard to the interdict. We'll then give workers a feedback in due course after the national meeting.
You've been here from last week already, and we know that as workers, you're still calling for that 10%. And we saw the health minister here as well as the MEC. You are one person that is also part of those that have been fighting since last year for this wage increment. How has it been just going through each and every day, taking to the streets, looking at the fact that government is not coming to the party here?
Actually, we're not starting the new negotiations. What workers are fighting for is an implementation of the wage agreement which the government entered into in 2018. That's the 10%. There were a number of things also included in that agreement, but workers feel that the employer is undermining them. Instead of implementing the 10% increase which they signed for in 2018. Workers have been without an increase for 3 years. To date, employers offer is only the 3%, which workers are refusing to accept the 3%. Yes.
And we saw just a call for other unions to join in. This afternoon we are seeing that you're not alone as Nehawu. There are the young nurses that have joined in. How does that make you feel, seeing that your colleagues are now also forming part of these demonstrations?
I cannot at this stage respond for young nurses, but I can just say that this strike is for all public servants. So nurses that you're referring to, nurses in Daba, are also public servants. Thank you.
All right, Mematha, thank you very much for your time. Thelle Mogoerane coming through there from Nehawu, just giving us a sense of how the workers are feeling following that court judgment interdicting essential workers from continuing on the ground. They are continuing with their demonstrations here as they await the national office bearers of Nehawu, the legal team. They've been meeting this afternoon to try and chart a way forward following that blow that came out of the Labour Court. And this is where maybe later on in the afternoon we'll get a sense of how Nehawu is going to be moving forward following that court judgment. But this also impacting not just Nehawu but all other public sector unions. We have about 8 public sector unions that have vowed to withdraw their labor here, including Nehawu, but they have been dealt a blow following that court judgment, the court interdict that has now been implemented, solidified by the Labour Court. Katlego, Legodi, SABC News, Vosloorus.